Okay, it's rolling.
I need to get my hair chopped again. My current hairdresser, I only found her because she posted in one of the queer Chicago groups that she was doing sliding scale haircuts for like $5. So I went to her and I got my $5 haircut, and I've been going to her ever since. I don't pay $5 anymore, but cool thing is you can add a $15 tarot reading onto your session.
Oh my God.
I was looking on her website the other day to book my hair
you
appointment.
Serious?
And it was like eyebrows, hair, haircut, fringe, bangs, tarot reading. Tarot reading at the bottom.
So she's a hustler.
So when I do go get my haircut,
I
think I'm gonna have to add on the. I just have to see what it's about.
Yeah, and let me know if you think I should go there too after.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. I think that's like so unique of her.
Yeah, and as she like is a queer, like she very much advertises to the queer community. Yeah, and it's a cool space.
I would expect a person who does haircuts and tarot readings to be queer.
Yeah, that shocking. Shocking.
Could you imagine if she was straight?
Well, I am due for a tarot reading because I just feel like everyone needs a good tarot reading once every quarter.
Yeah, it's like coming up on the quarter.
Yeah.
It's like about that time.
Yeah, so I think that
Clock's ticking.
that's gonna be my next move, because God fucking knows I can't listen to the TikTok tarot readers anymore. They get in your head like a disease.
One today came up for the first time in months,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because they haven't been coming up because I've been like in a relationship, and they would
of sound mind and body.
Yeah, they would
Mentally
only
stable.
come up when I was single, and I would be like, okay, yeah,
She wants me.
They want me back.
She
Okay.
wants me. She's gonna text me tonight. She's gonna text. She's writing the text right now to me.
She's mailing the letter. No, I actually had one come
She's
up.
coming in with an offer.
A proposal. I had one come up today, and I was like, whoa, I forgot these existed. The tarot readings.
It is like a jump scare.
It is, yeah.
Sometimes I do listen to them. It's
Wait.
like my last hurrah before I go to bed. I'm like, oh, this is like a 5-minute tarot reading. I'm just gonna close my eyes and listen to this before I go to bed.
You fall asleep to the sound of the tarot reader.
The TikTok tarot readers, they are my
telling you all
ASMR
the
to go to
positive.
sleep.
Okay, speaking of tarot readings and love, you went out on Friday to Scarlet.
I did go out to Scarlet.
Did you find anyone?
No, but
Oh. Okay.
there's cuties there. There's this one girl that was with someone. I mean, granted, they might be in an open relationship, but like their partner's back was to me and they were facing me, and they were Alyssa, literally like I fucking me from across the bar. Every time I looked up, I started like blushing and like smiling because I was like, whoa, this
you
is
started waving and
this is a lot. Literally like I fucking me. And then my friends caught it and they're like, oh my God, like that's crazy that she's with someone. And then when they were leaving, her partner was like, dragging her out, like holding her by not dragging her, but like holding her by the hand, and they're walking out together. And then she turns back around and like winks at me. I go, what the fuck is happening right now?
See, weird things like that happen at Scarlet.
I
So
feel
it
like
feels like very on brand for that.
Yeah.
She never like made a move though, or
maybe she was just having fun. There's like this I saw this TikTok the other day of Shane from the L Word, and it's like her like sitting up against the bar like staring at someone who's like dancing with another person, but like that girl keeps staring back at Shane, and I'm like, oh my God, am I living in this real life L Word moment?
I don't know. Maybe she's just like a little player. And probably has cheated on her girlfriend if they're not in an open relationship.
See, that's the thing. I feel like I succumb to the flirts because I'm like, oh my God, we're flirting right now and this is fun. And then I come back to reality and I would go, oh, you flirt with literally everyone around you. And sometimes they're literally in relationships.
They're like, I'm not special.
And then I get a little crush. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, you're in a relationship. That's crazy. And you're flirting.
It's always the flirts.
It happened. Like, literally the girl at the bar. I'm like, why are you in a relationship doing this to me?
It's always the bisexuals in a relationship with a man that, like, you end up having a little crushy for.
Funny story.
What?
When I texted you the other week, when I was out with I went out to a bar crawl. And I went with my friend. We were stone cold sober, and we walked in. There was like 30 girls all dressed in fur coats and red lipstick, all done up. Everyone looked great, but it was very like everyone's they had their own little cliques. I don't know if they came with more people or we were late and sober, so that could also be the case.
Yeah.
But these two girls just gravitated right to us. And they're like, oh my God, like, nice to meet you. What are your names? Let's get drinks. Let's get shots. And they seemed so fun. I was like, these girls, I love these girls. They're so fun. And chatty and just like, we're very friendly. And one of them throughout the night, I was like, oh, I like her. I like her.
It was the one you sent me.
It was I'm fucking crazy. I said yes, I did send you a screenshot of her Instagram that very night. Yeah. But we were I told my friend, I was like, I like her. I think she's cute. And she's like, she has a boyfriend of 5 years. I'm
oh my God. You were like, that sounds familiar.
That always happens to me. That tracks.
Fuck.
I do get little crushes on people.
So she's taken by a man.
She's taken by a man.
Okay, so you didn't have any success at Scarlet.
No success at the bar crawl. No success at Scarlet. I have been on Hinge.
Have you gone on any dates?
No.
Have you talked to anyone?
I have. There's a couple of people that I'm like, respond. Respond to me.
So you're having like fun like talking to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And I feel like it's so interesting because I feel like when one gender ignites a crush in me, then I'm drawn to that gender for a period of time.
So now you're only drawn to women?
Now I don't give a fuck about the dudes I'm talking to. Okay. I'm like, oh, I felt the spark. I want a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, if I find a guy that I get a crush on, I go, oh, I forget that guys are fun. And I like talking to them sometimes.
I feel like that has to be such a conflicting thing because like for me, I can only have like, we were saying this last time, it's like one extreme or like nothing at all. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if I was bi, then I would only be able to focus on like one gender at a time for a really long time, or like want to try to focus on one at a time.
There have been times in my life when I've only dated women for a whole year, and then of course other times where I've only dated men for a whole year. Yeah. I feel like it's pretty 50-50 right now, although I'm going on dates with no one. I haven't been on a date.
So it's 0 right now.
So 0. You know, I get to double my chances by being bi, but I'm still have an empty roster.
Still having some trouble.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's okay. Like, do you plan on asking anyone out? Or are you asking them? Or are you waiting for them to ask you?
I have a couple, like, in the works.
Oh, you have some, like, plans.
I have a couple in the works. Someone asked me to go out on a first date for Valentine's Day. Do you think that's bad juju? Or maybe they're the love of my life. Doubt it.
I feel like it could go either way. And are you going to say yes?
My other friends are pressing me to say yes, but I haven't responded.
Can I see them? It's a girl?
It's a guy.
No. Hard no, don't do it.
I didn't respond yet. But I could get a dinner. He's not the dog, I'll tell you that.
Good one. But he's cute.
Okay.
Yeah. How old is he?
33.
Oh, damn.
My minimum on Hinge is
19.
25. And my max is 35.
Oh, that's a good range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 25 is a good number. And then
I think I would date a 25-year-old woman. I don't think I would date a 25-year-old man.
No, you have to go higher in age for the men.
In the fall, I did go on a date with a 24-year-old man. I didn't know he was 24.
Oh my God.
Or maybe he was 25.
He lied to you?
I met him out. It wasn't a app. I met him out. But after like 2 dates, I was like, you're a kid. You're a teenage boy.
Yeah.
We would be having a conversation. Like I'm literally talking to him. And he's like this.
No.
Watching girls walk by me. Watching girls walk by me.
Their brains really just don't develop until or at least like 40.
And then another instance like from him where I was like, yeah, this all happened in the same night. I went up to the bar to grab something. And I left my purse with him, and I come back. He's gone. My purse is just sitting on the table, sitting at the table alone in a packed bar.
It's okay, but I feel like that is like a man issue. Do you think that there are other men who would like think about that? How could you be
so stupid though? Like a man wouldn't leave his fucking wallet there.
I would be so pissed.
Are you kidding me? You wouldn't leave, like, if you're a man and you're listening to this, you would know to bring your wallet with you. Why do you think you can leave the woman's purse behind?
That's just like, I would have confronted him. Did you say anything?
I thought he'd left. Like in my head, I'm like, I literally thought he left the date because I'm like, you left my whole purse behind. And it wasn't like, I mean, granted, the bar wasn't super far, but it was around the corner. Like it wasn't in my eyesight. So I was like, oh my God, he literally got up and left when I went to the bar. And then so I kind of just sat there for like a couple minutes and I was like, I'll wait it out. And then he finally did come back, obviously. But I was like, hey, I was like, so left my purse behind. What was that about? And he's like, oh, I guess that's a bad thing, right?
What the fuck?
Literally looks.
Wait, was this a 24-year-old or a different guy?
This was a younger. Guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think they just like, I don't know if it's in the way that they're raised or like, there's just something that like doesn't like connect in their brain. It's like the screws are like really loose and they just don't think about things that like we would think about.
Yeah.
Or like, it's just like lack of caring too. Like you just don't give a fuck.
How could you get up and see my purse and go, okay, and walk away?
Oh, he wasn't even looking at your purse.
No, he wasn't even thinking about it.
He didn't give a
Also,
fuck.
like, who leaves to go to the bathroom when the person gets up to go to the bar? Like, why did you disappear?
That's also really weird.
Why did you disappear? That's so weird.
That's a social thing.
Like you go up to get that. Like imagine you go up to get a drink from the bar and then you turn back and your girlfriend's gone.
Right.
And you're like,
what the fuck?
But it's even worse because we were on our second date. But we're not even close like that.
That's also just like, I would also think that he left. I
thought he left.
No, that's something similar has happened to me on a date and they were like nowhere to be found and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh, the girl that was too drunk.
Yeah. The girl that just disappeared for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And came back.
And didn't you order like an Uber? You were about to leave.
Oh, I ordered the Uber and then she came back and I had to cancel my Uber. It was wild.
That's crazy. This guy was sober, so he didn't even have an excuse.
He's just a man. That's his thing.
I know. So yep, dating is not, guys. Every single episode, I'm just gonna be like,
has anyone slid into your DMs? Because like we said to do that.
How about you just hope to see me on the apps?
Yeah, guys, just like start like crossing your fingers that you'll see her.
Hope to see me on Hinge, and if we are meant to be, our paths will cross.
Oh, so true. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
I'm big on that. I'm big on. If
Me
it's
too.
Meant to be, it'll be.
Honestly. Speaking of gay things, and
love it.
Related topics.
Conversation. I'm feeling more
within the community.
Well, I don't want to say that because I don't want like
feeling more faggoty.
I don't want it to seem as if I was like more disconnected beforehand.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
if you
I think I'm more excited to talk about the gay community this week as opposed to last week because
last week was really depressing.
It was really depressing last week, so I am more excited this week. And
I'm so glad your spirits are up.
And I listened to Shannon's podcast with Gabby, she's a bisexual. She's on TikTok. She does crowd work a lot. She's a comedian. Gabby Bryan. She's the blonde. She laughs like
what? Okay. I probably know what
take that out. Like.
No, I'm gonna leave that in actually.
But she has like a really distinctive laugh. I mean that in an endearing way. I love her laugh and I love her and I have a crush on her.
Oh.
But I was listening to her podcast or her on Shannon's podcast today, and she's bisexual and she was talking about how she primarily dates men. Mm-hmm. It was very interesting because she was like, I'm a simp for men, but I'm dominant with women, and I'm like, that's very interesting.
It's
interesting dynamic.
It's interesting that she says that and then says that she only dates men primarily.
Yeah. She also said that she doesn't want to date women right now because she feels like she'd be a fuckboy. And I'm like, I wish you would expanded more on that because I don't know, like, or not having the capacity to have a relationship with a woman because they require more.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, but is she getting like slander for what she said in that podcast?
No, she said that she doesn't give a fuck if people feel some type of way.
I feel like that like then you see women as like less than men. I feel like is that a crazy thing to like assume? It as like she sees men less than. So she's like, I'd rather just like date someone stupid than have to put in the work of like actually creating a meaningful relationship, which you would have to do with a woman. But with a man, you're like, I just gotta give him. I've heard that take. Give him a little loving and he'll be fine. You have to meet a woman in the middle, and like with a man, you don't have to do anything, and you don't have to work on yourself. But when you're with a woman, you absolutely have to work on yourself and like confront all of your issues.
Yeah, because your emotional maturity and capacity is way higher than a man who wouldn't even clock it if, you know,
exactly,
there was an issue or you were feeling some type of way.
And yeah, I've heard like when women, like say women have been dating men their whole life and then all of a sudden they're dating women, they like go through this period of like not knowing what the hell to do because they're like, I've never had to like work on my issues because they've never like been in a position where they've had to. It's like interesting.
Yeah, I only had 2 relationships, as we know, but it was interesting. Like, I would say the relationship with my boyfriend, he definitely was a more emotional guy. I think he had more needs and was more outspoken with his emotions because he grew up in a family of all girls. But my relationship with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, it would be it was a very different dynamic in what she wanted from me, and it was not something I was used to. I was like, men don't want this type of like they just don't want this type of communication from you. So that was difficult for me to adjust to because it would be like 10 in the morning. She'd be like, you're not going to say good morning to me?
Me as fuck. I would say that shit.
I'd be like, oh shit, so sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Have a good morning, babe.
Yeah, because you're probably also like used to like the man like taking the lead on things too because I feel like that's just how it is. Yeah. So I totally can see it would be such like a dramatic shift. And I wouldn't know what to do.
It was an interesting dynamic because she definitely presented more masculine than me. But, like, within the relationship, I think that my personality was the more masculine one.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. Like, was she needing more... Like, what was she just, like, needing more from you than you were needing from her?
Absolutely. But also, I feel like... I just maybe was a little bit more... stable with my emotional capacity at the time and and she said that to me. I'm not like just like, you know, shit talking.
She was unstable as fuck.
She told me that I was more emotionally mature than her. So I think that like
self-proclaimed.
She just would get upset easier and like accuse quicker and would like, you know, flip of a switch, change her emotions, and I would be like
more stagnant.
I'd be like, whoa,
like,
let's talk this out. Why are we acting this way? I don't understand.
Okay. So would you describe her as like anxious?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she was a very like, more anxious secure person. I would think so.
Or like avoidant.
I think her anxiousness started to make me avoidant.
Oh no, that's like the worst recipe ever. The anxious avoidant.
Yeah, I mean, at some point I was like, I can't give you what you want from me. Yeah. And then there's like also other things where I was like, that was shitty of you to be doing. Yeah. But
I totally get that.
I've said all my things here probably about that relationship. But yeah, I don't know. It is just, I don't know. Bisexual relationships and like how you navigate dating is so interesting because it's like, you have a masculine man and then you have a masculine woman and then you're also attracted to a feminine woman. And it's like, I feel like I'm fucking getting swirled around all the time.
I would be so confused.
There, you know, one day I'm like, oh, I know my type. I know what I'm looking for. And then I meet someone who's not my type whatsoever. And I'm like, I like you, actually.
But what I was going to like lead into was the conversation about Lucy Dacus's masculine music video that everyone has been stirring up the opinions and
lots of big opinions,
yeah. And I didn't know like what your thoughts were on it. Did you watch the video?
I did not actually get to I didn't sit down and watch the full video, which I definitely should.
Well, I'm sure you've seen clips
I've
of
seen
it though,
clips, so I get the gist of what's going on.
Yeah,
it is a little interesting to me that she did a big she right okay, she did a big call out on social media wanting all these people to audition essentially, and then she kind of just picked the same vibe
and she also picked people who were already famous. It wasn't a call out. You didn't pick from the call out. You like, it was just like marketing, which is like super disappointing. She didn't pick just like random people that were like quote unquote like nobodies, like who didn't have a platform. Like they were all people who had platform. And then Cara Delevingne.
that was a crazy one.
Like, where did that come from? Like, that was random.
Cara, she loves to be gay. Cara, she loves to just like it was fun to watch her come out and like do her thing in the queer community, but I always forget that she's queer. So when she pops up in queer media, I'm like, oh, forgot about that one.
Surprise.
Oh, loose. It's like a loose screw. I'm like, oh, forgot about that one. Got away from us.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah, I thought that she was gonna pick more nobodies as well.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put out a video?
Fuck, I should have. And then I would have been a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because I'm white. And I'm also not really, like,
Blue
according to the
eyes.
standard, I'm, like, not that masculine compared to all these other people.
No, you're just tomboy.
Like, they didn't pick, there were no, like, studs. There were no, like, dark-skinned women.
That's crazy, because studs are, like, the backbone of the queer community.
Exactly. I was really shocked by that. And I'm like, there were so many amazing studs you could have picked. Like, I'm sure there were so many auditions, and it's just like, if you're
when I was scrolling that week on social media, it was like like everything.
Like, why wouldn't you want them in your video? They're so hot.
Why not pick? I mean, I guess maybe it was a pay thing. Maybe she paid all these people, but I'm like, why not invite a shit ton of people and just have it be like this mass audience of like
mass mewing, filming, taping.
They're all mocking each other. Is that the Gen Z terminology?
Yeah. Well, I
Mewing
also
and mocking.
just didn't understand like why there was no Coda stop. I didn't understand why there was no storyline. It was just a bunch of masks like
meandering around, loitering in white space,
and thirst trapping. And I just thought that it could have been done so much better, where there was like an actual storyline or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it just like could have been better. There could have been more representation.
I saw like the conversation on social media being that she wasn't really inviting people to audition for the video. It was just a marketing ploy to get as many people as possible to use the sound, get a lot of people excited, and like obviously not everyone's gonna get picked. That's life. Yeah. But yeah, I think that there definitely could have been. I think there could have been more people. I think there obviously could have been more diversity. Like I said, pretty much everyone had the same exact vibe. There's different types of masks. I mean, I guess there's like, a uniform. There's an aesthetic outfit-wise. But I was like, all right, white tank and dress pants.
Right. Like, the point of a casting call is to find people off the streets. Like, not people who are already in the industry. And I just think if you're going to have people in the video from the industry, then you should not have done a casting call, because you just look cheap as fuck. You look like you don't actually care about the people that listen to your music and the people that you're trying to represent. You just care about it getting a bunch of views, because these influencers who are in the music video are going to get it more views than maybe it would have if you chose people off the streets with no followers. Speaking of controversies, well, that's not the one. Controversies. Speaking of controversies, what's your opinion on the Poppi Soda machines?
Oh, the Poppi
the
Soda
vending
machines. Once again, you're selling out. You're selling out to the celebrities, the influencers. I think it's $25,000 machines that they're dropping off at these influencers' homes. Yeah. I think that all other companies need to see what's going on with Poppi right now and take a step back and be like, okay, we had a couple years where we all looked up to the influencers. We all drooled over influencers. Everyone wanted to be an influencer, and they were like idolized more than celebrities. But I feel like where we are at in society today has just become so bleak, and everyone is strapped for cash. Everyone is fucking depressed, and like, we're living in reality, and we can't really get away from our reality anymore by indulging in social media and celebrities and influencers and content, because it's just gotten so loud that you can no longer drown it out or ignore it. Yeah. So to like spend such stupid amounts of money for no fucking reason is insane. And they took all the machines back, didn't they? They took all the machines back. They handed out like one Poppi. They didn't even know what a prebiotic was. Like,
the Trisha video.
That's crazy.
That was so funny and so awkward.
Like, it's for what? Like, it was so poorly planned. Yeah. And like, I get the part of fun activations. Everyone, it is fun, but like, do it in one of your stores,
Mm-hmm.
or like what people are saying is drop it off at a school, drop it off at a gym, drop it off at like a retirement facility. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like we're craving like reality right now in a way that I don't think that we have in a while. And reality, whether it is good or bad, I feel like they need to feed off of that.
Yeah.
We're not caring about celebrities anymore because
That's
we're all
true.
drowning.
We're evolving,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like not as fun.
We're in a recession, and we don't want to see it. It doesn't delight us to see those types of things when you're
pisses us off.
Yeah, we're not like, oh my god, I'm so glad Trisha Paytas got a Poppi. I want a Poppi because Trisha Paytas got a Poppi. No,
Like,
no one's thinking that right now.
Yeah, Trisha got one Poppi. Oh my god, I want a Poppi.
singular.
Honestly though, if Trisha Paytas got a Poppi, I do want to. She's the only influencer where I'd be like, yeah, give me a Poppi, because her video was so awkward and funny, and she was just like, you could tell she was just like, what the fuck is going on, and like trying to be supportive and nice. So I would want a Poppi just because of Trisha.
I support Olipop.
I literally don't drink those things at all, so I just stick to my A&W root beer. It's never failed me.
Olipop root beer, pretty solid. And I don't like Coke, but Olipop Coke, also solid.
I don't think I've had their Coke, but
I wouldn't suggest to venture out into trying sodas because they're not good for you either way.
I would, but
If you're
the root
you're a
beer
fan.
zero sitting on my desk right now. Oh, there's two of them.
They're enticing. I did see two open.
Those were my last
I don't know if those were
ones.
from today or
Well, maybe they were.
and I won't judge because
One of them's empty and the other one I'm working through right now.
and you deserve that.
Thank you.
Because in today's society, you need all that you can get. And if you
Yeah.
need 2 sugar-free A&Ws to get
by,
you through the day,
honestly,
do it.
I'm literally suffering and drowning. So.
I feel that. To relax this week, I booked a massage.
Oh.
And also, a reminder that there's nothing worse than showing up to your massage parlor and it's a man, and then suddenly like a random man's fingers are in between your toes.
No. Okay, if that happened to me,
You're face down on the bed and like they're working on your shoulders. Is your dick brushing my head? Because that's all I could think about. I couldn't relax because I'm like,
you're lying.
I felt something bump, and
No.
I'm like, with the way that your body is,
They do some sketchy things there, Julia.
I'm like, your penis is on my head right now for sure. And every time I book a massage appointment, I'm like, I accidentally booked a happy ending. I absolutely booked a happy ending.
No. You're like, yeah, it's good. It's about to happen.
He goes full body, and I go, to an extent. I don't know what you mean by full body, but I just whatever you guys do here, that's none of my business.
It cannot be me.
I just want Swedish massage.
I'm really ticklish, so if anyone started to touch my feet, I would be laughing and having to like kick them in the face.
I could barely relax because I'm just like, this random man's hands are all over my body.
That's really scary.
It is really scary.
And
And he whispered. Oh my god.
he's whispering.
He like, I don't know, was trying to adjust my body, and he goes, just relax.
What the?
And I go,
fuck?
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. It was like,
I think you were scammed. I think this was more for him and not for you.
this is my like 5th time going to the same place.
They're like, oh yeah, she's a regular.
One
We
thing
know what to
about
do with
me-
her.
Some things I just like, I do and I don't care, and then I have like a poor experience, and then I do it again, and I go, oh, I forgot.
You think it'll be better the next time?
Oh, when I did leave Scarlett,
Mhm.
I got in the Uber, and he goes, is Scarlett never mind, I can't ask that. And I go, no, it's okay, you can ask. And he goes, is Scarlett a lesbian bar? And I go, I'm like, yeah.
You're like, King,
Yeah, like,
you're
it's-
aware.
Yeah, I'm like, we try to make it. So, and he was like, I just, I'm always dropping and picking women up from this bar. So I just assume that it's a lesbian bar. And I'm like, okay, King, ally, he's paying attention.
I was gonna say, what an interesting
He had good energy. It wasn't like anything weird.
observation.
But it was just funny that it was like a slur to him. He's like, is Scarlett,
Can I say this out loud?
I can't ask you
It's
that.
Trump's America.
Yeah.
They're watching us.
I beat the fuck out. I'm like, me being homophobic. I'm
Yeah.
like, you did not just insinuate that
Don't
I was
fucking
a
call
lesbian.
me a lesbian.
Who you calling a
Who
lesbian?
you calling a lesbian?
Oh, also comment about Scarlett. There's so many men there, and
I
I know it's a bar for everyone, but they're like tall men, like 6 foot something men, and they are dancing the night away with not a care in the world who the fuck is around them. They're like
literally everyone doesn't give a fuck who's around.
There's like no spatial awareness at Scarlet.
No, everyone's really mean at Scarlet too.
I know. I started literally getting like a carpet burn on my arm from some man just like
continuously
rubbing on me and dancing and rubbing and and then he left to go to the bar and came back and got in the same vicinity
and started
of my
rubbing
space.
again.
I'm like, you should have like adjusted yourself. Why did you put yourself up on me again?
That's weird.
Like, you left and came back.
Yeah, I haven't.
People are mean there.
Every time I'm there, I just feel like the vibes are. I mean, I love it, obviously.
No, it's fun, but then there are moments where you're like, you remember this is so small. This bar is so small.
You like forget for a second where you are.
But yeah, there's just way more men than usual. But it was Ariana Grande night, so maybe they really love
that's totally
Ari.
why they do.
They're big fans of Ari. Did we already talk about Holiday Club? Did I ask you how it was?
Oh yeah, I did go. I wasn't there for very long.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to meet up with you, but sorry, I was falling in love.
No, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. I wasn't there for very long, but there weren't like, I saw queer women, but I don't think it was as crazy as it was when you were there.
Yeah,
there were a lot of men.
Yeah, no, there was definitely men, but there was like large
but definitely
clusters of queer women,
and we were a big group of queer women too. So it was interesting.
Was it a theme night?
No, I don't think so.
I think Fridays they do like 80s music.
Oh, maybe it was.
I think I went on Friday.
I just don't think I was there long enough to know.
Do you fuck with Holiday Club?
I would go back. I would go back with the right people. Like, I think it could be fun with like us.
Yeah.
But
go get some apps, drink some drinkies.
Yeah, that would be a fun vibe. I want to do that.
Okay,
let's do it.
Maybe we should start having like town halls. Lesbian town halls.
Well, I was gonna say we could start the revolution at Holiday Club.
I like that idea.
Yeah, the lesbian revolution. I don't know what that means.
The resolution.
The resolution.
Thanks.
All right.
I'll be here all week.
It's really good.
Thank you. Also, I said, why are there so many Cybertrucks in Chicago, and why are you parked at a regular office with it? That's actually embarrassing.
Yeah, you are embarrassing because if you drive a Cybertruck.
But like, and you're just a regular Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't you be working on your Fortune 500 over the? Shouldn't you be working on your multi-level marketing scheme business?
Yeah.
Or selling your book?
Your MLM?
Selling your course? Why are you an accountant?
Yeah. Why do you have a 9-to-5 job, loser?
Why are you parked on the street with your Cybertruck? You can't afford a garage? That's sad.
Yeah.
That's really pathetic.
That is really sad, actually.
There's someone in Logan Square, or there's someone in Chicago that's defacing Cybertrucks, and
I love that.
Keep on it.
Keep that going.
We should close up now. There's a snowstorm coming to Chicago.
And Julia's scared.
Ooh, I'm shaking on my boots. I'm spooked.
I'm so scared.
I just hope that it's a snow day tomorrow and school gets canceled.
Me too. It's my 3-month anniversary today with my girlfriend.
Oh, and you're with me?
Yeah.
Oh,
isn't that special?
I'm so honored.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day?
Oh, we're what are we doing? We're having like a night in, and we're making like pizza.
Oh, I love a good Valentine's Day night in.
I know. I don't want to do anything fancy. I feel like it's not as like special going out to dinner instead of like having something like in. I feel like it's just like more intimate and like personal.
I agree. I'm a big fan of Valentine's Day ins.
Yeah.
I definitely had my fair share.
Yeah.
Valentine's Days in.
And Julia will be going out with a man on Valentine's Day.
Maybe. I gotta respond. We'll see if he still wants to go out with me.
Just do it for the plot.
I know.
For the plot.
I shall.
She'll keep you updated.
Yeah, keep you updated.
Well,
alrighty.
That's a wrap.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.